play, let it run on repeat. Hot take, one shot, press play, new drop. Every day from the screen to your ears, all in HD. You already know who it is, Nick Madden TV. Nick Madden TV.
Sir. Hey y'all, welcome back. Good morning. Welcome back to Nick Madden TV. Hey, we doing the sports talk today. As you can see it in the title, LaMelo went to Minnesota. I already talked about it, but I'm talking about it here too though. And is Cleveland media out to get Shedeur? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it right here on the Nick Madden TV. So look, let's start with the topic of the day, the topic of the morning, or the topic of the week. You know what I'm saying? Melo joining Ant-Man out there in Minnesota. So this type of duo, it's gonna be interesting to see though. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what they got going on though. But let's break this trade down. You know, Minnesota, they sent over Nas Reed, you know what I'm saying, along with unprotected 2033 first round pick and 3 future first round swap picks through 2028 and through 2030. And they sent 2 second rounders to Charlotte. Did they overpay? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but they did get in return LaMelo and Josh Green. You know what I'm saying? So in Minnesota, there was a bold swing for them. You know, I think they was seeming a little bit more stagnant on offense during the playoff run. But you know, LaMelo putting up 20 points a game last season with 7 assists. So they but he also got a 3-year contract he's still under. So they definitely gonna get him for a few years. But we got to see how this first year gonna rock with them too, though. You know what I'm saying? So with LaMelo joining Ant-Man, so we wondering how this junk gonna look though. You know what I'm saying? I know how LaMelo gonna do. LaMelo, he like to push the pace. So I think the Timberwolves probably will be moving a little bit fast. Who they coach over there? Is it Chris Finch? I think Finch might be the coach over there though. But let's get into it though. How would LaMelo and Ant-Man chemistry be on the offensive side? Both of these boys would pick 1 and 3 coming out the draft though, and they definitely got a little bit more age on them now. They should be entering their prime, but both of these guys on the floor, I think they definitely gonna be able to push the pace. They're gonna be a little bit more running, but they also got Rudy on the floor too, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they work though. But LaMelo, I think he was like top 5 of the pick and roll, running pick and roll this year too though. So hey, that might help them out a lot though. But can Rudy be the one to do the alley hoops? But I also think they need to get them another piece to go with the power forward. You know what I'm saying? So offensively, Ball and Ant, hey, they gonna make some noise though. But Melo definitely be having some injuries, some little injuries and stuff that kind of like be holding them back though. But I also want to see him get over all that though, man. I want to see Melo ball out there. I mean, no pun intended. That's his last name too. But look at these boys, man. Shoot, we gonna see some highlights out here this year though. The new Wolves. Defensively, they might have some concerns on the defensive end though, because ain't neither one of them are like top tier defender. Look at them passes that he gonna be hitting to them boys. Now the other thing with the other Timberwolves, they also re-signed, what's his name, Ayo Dosunmu, he re-signed back. So and y'all, if y'all remember him, like I said, he made a big splash in the playoff against Denver. So I think by re-signing him back, they still got some youth in them, and he definitely helped them out over the Denver series. But I thought he was going to pick it up second round, but he didn't really do too much when he went up against them Spurs. So Jaden McDaniel, are they going to move him to the power forward? I think they probably will. So him being the power forward, I think he definitely going to be a good stretch forward with Rudy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So Chris Finch got his work cut out for him, man. That whole coaching staff got their work cut out for them. Y'all see the what it is, the poll on with the question, the poll on the screen. Go ahead and hit what y'all think the answers is. What answer y'all gonna choose? How far will Ant and Melo take the Wolves? First round exit, or second round exit, or they miss the playoffs? How y'all think these boys? Because like I said, defensively, Edwards, he's above average on ball, but as a team, the Timberwolves definitely show. But you know what? They lost Randall also too, though, and Randall was part of that defensive pool. So, but even with LaMelo, he's above average. I ain't gonna lie, LaMelo one of my favorite players, but he ain't that good defensively. You know what I'm saying? But are they gonna be able to bring Conley back? You know what I'm saying? Who else they might get? Like I said, Josh Green came over there with LaMelo, but the defensive wise, man, would they be able to put together a defensive showing like they showed against Denver in that first round? They definitely gonna need some more pieces though, man. But make sure y'all hitting the poll, putting your answers down there in the poll too, though. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like y'all feedback. And also make sure y'all hitting that like button soon y'all come in the door while we doing this right here. You did. So on LaMelo, passing skills, passing ways, man. Melo gonna be on Showtime and out there in Minnesota. And like I said, him and Ant-Man gonna be running that flow. And the first year, hey, if they can come out and take that team to the third round the first year, it gonna be something though. But look at the pass out Melo. Dunk on him then. That's gonna be Rudy. Rudy gonna be on averaging at least about what did he average last year? He had that average at least about 10. So I'm gonna say Rudy average again 10 a double again. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at Ant-Man on his part, what he gonna be doing. You did. So Ant-Man, he gotta be able to get a little bit more healthy. He was working on that hyperextended in the playoffs. So like I said, Chris Finch, man, you're gonna have to definitely work around these boys, man. I think the lineup gonna be who I think the lineup gonna be. It's gonna be Melo point guard, Edwards shooting guard. I think or they might run the sumo, LaMelo point, the sumo shooting guard, and Ant-Man might run the 3, and then McDaniels might run the 4. I think they're gonna be a lineup that they try to go. And of course, Goldberg gonna be there too, though. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna have to get back in the lab, and they definitely gonna have to get in the lab and try to get some more pieces for this team, though. They already don't have no draft picks, so for the next couple of years, they're gonna have to do something about filling this roster out. You know what I'm saying? But who else? Because you got the Miami, you got Giannis and Giannis and them going to Miami, him and Bam gonna be clicking up. So that's a good trade also too, though, man. NBA definitely been holding it down for the long. Well, they've been holding it down this whole since the playoffs to me. You know what I'm saying? Weakness. I mean, their strength's gonna be offense. I think LaMelo and the Timberwolves might take a step back on the defensive side of the ball. I think they're gonna take a step back then, though. But Melo, man, shoot, I might have to get me a Timberwolves jersey now. I got a Melo Hornets. I ain't gonna do that. I'm still gonna keep it. It's gonna be a throwback though, but I'm gonna keep my Melo jersey from the Hornets. But I might have to get me a Wolf, because like I said, Melo one of my boys though, man. I gotta rock with my guy. But that don't mean I'll be going for the Timberwolves, you dig? Shoot. They better come out and They better come out and do some work. They got to get out the second round for sure. Hey, like the poll say, they got to make it out the second round if they want to. But they still got years to come too, though, because Ant-Man's still on a 5-year contract, and Melo, he's still on a 3-year deal, though. But man, I wanted the Melo to go to the Clippers. I want the Clippers to get him, but I think the Clippers might be on. Clippers, go get Jaylen Brown. He's on the trading block. Where y'all see Jaylen Brown going? Because I want to see him. I want to see the Clippers get somebody. I don't know. It seems like I slick like the Clippers, but they need to go and get rid of Kawhi. Maybe I will be cheering for. No, I won't. I just want the Clippers to be good over there. Just go against the Lakers and stuff. But Jaylen Brown, where y'all want to see him going? Atlanta? Dallas? I want to see him with the Clippers, or he might come to Houston, though. Let him come on to Houston. I will take him in Houston. But yes, sir. That boy Melo, man. Melo, you gone, man. You gone, dog. But, hey, make sure y'all doing some work over there, man. Y'all need to get better over there. Him and Ant-Man. Let's see what they be doing, dog. Oh, Melo. Hey, which front court duo is better? Harden and Spider? Brunson and Bridges? Melo and Ant-Man? Or Luka and Austin Reeves? Make sure y'all hit that poll too, though. Make sure y'all hit that poll down there. Make sure you tell me what's your best duo coming into it. It's some more duos that we probably could have put on there. They ain't nothing like the Splash brother. I know that for sure. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all put that down in the comment too, though. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's LaMelo going to the Timberwolves. We're gonna have to see how him and Ant-Man gonna jail over there. Like I said, they both came out the draft at the same time. So we want to see what they be doing. We're gonna see what they be doing though. But it's also too, man, hey, what we got? Free agent that could be, it's free agents that can be still on the board too. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they can get one of these guys off the free agent list. You know what I'm saying? I think Minnesota probably can. I'd like to see Tobias Harris. He making a lot of money though. But yeah, come on. I think Tobias Harris will take a pay cut, but I don't know if he's gonna re-sign with Detroit. Detroit might sign him back, but I don't think $26 million though, man. I don't think Porzingis gonna be available for them. But let's start at the top though. We already got LeBron free agent, so where y'all think LeBron gonna go? I think he might be going back to LA. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see then. But Zach LaVine, he got a player options over there with the Clippers, not the Kings. My bad. Harden, you know he going back to Cleveland. CJ McCollum, he gonna be a free agent, but the asking price might be a little too high now. Hey, will he take a pay cut to go over to the Miami Heat? I like to see CJ McCollum over there with the Heat, but he gonna have to take a pay cut. You know what I'm saying? I think Chris Middleton for sure going to the Heat, y'all. I think he going to the Heat. He already up in age. He's 34. You know what I'm saying? At 14 years in the league, man, I think he gonna go over there and give Giannis some help since he moved to Miami. Andrew Wiggins, I think he's coming back to Miami. Like I said, Kristaps Porzingis, I think Porzingis gonna end up somewhere. I don't think he's going back to Golden State. Nah, but that's if I don't know. He might not go back to Golden State though. But Tobias Harris, I think if Detroit offer him probably the same contract, he'll come back. John Collins, I believe he stayed with the Clippers unless somebody else come in and make a hell of a bid for him. We know Draymond going back to Golden State, that's for sure. Anthony Simmons coming from Chicago, might be going back to Chicago, depends. Fred VanVleet, hey, he got a player option. I don't know what Houston gonna do. Houston might need to re-sign him, or because that was Houston's problem. They were missing a point guard. But if Fred VanVleet, if he decline, he might want to take a pay cut and go down there to Miami too. Miami gonna be heavy on some people though, man. But it definitely depends on their salary too though. I don't believe VanVleet will take a minimum though. But I think Miami might go. No, they ain't got no room because Wiggins go sign back. Maybe he might take a pay cut just to move around a little bit. Who knows? Harrison Barnes, I think he didn't really play. He played over there with the Spurs, but no, not no true solid power forward though. I think he's gonna go somewhere and be a role player too, unless somebody offer him a better contract. Let me see who else. Rui. Hey, now if Rui go to Minnesota, I think Rui would be happy over there in Minnesota. If I'm Minnesota, I'm going straight after Rui first, because a lot of the other guys I probably can't afford. You know what I'm saying now? Because if I'm Minnesota, I'm going for Rui, because he can fill in that spot where we can have, not we, but if I'm Minnesota, it'll be Ball, Ant-Man, McDaniels at the 3, and then Rui would start at the number 4, and Goldberg at 5. The Sumo them, he would be the 6th man coming off the bench. They paying him a lot though, but so I mean, he got the extension, but he can come off the bench too now, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Or they might run with they might feel like McDaniel, but I think McDaniel definitely got to get in the gym and to be able to hit these threes, because I think he's gonna have a whole lot of shots. If he can do it right, he might can average at least 15 to 20 points a game. McDaniel, that is. I think he already averaging like 15 or something like that, probably. But I think his scoring can go up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna have to play some defense too, being as the power forward. He might have to get in the weight room a little bit more. We were having a conversation the other day on can he guard Chet? I definitely think he can guard Chet though. You know what I'm saying? Chet ain't really nobody to guard. So I definitely can put him in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So these the free agents. I'd like to see Rui go, and Mitchell Robinson. He gonna be a nice pickup for somebody too. I don't believe he's gonna be with New York unless he just accept what they want to give him, or he might get less than his $15 million, but he's gonna be sought out real hard. The Lakers might be pushing for him. Let me see who else will probably can use his service. Depending on I think Duran definitely going back to Detroit, but Mitchell Robinson, I think the Lakers gonna be pushing for him heavy. Let me see who else. We're talking about Minnesota right now too, though, and Miami. I mean Miami, CJ McCollum. I'd like to see CJ go over there, and I think, like I said, I really believe Chris Middleton gonna go to Miami to play with Giannis. Kevin Huerter, a 3-point sniper though. Who can use his service? Miami can use his service too. You know what I'm saying? But because they got rid of Hero, they can slide him in. That's if Pat Riley, he'll figure some stuff out. Dort, where y'all think Dort can end up? Dort might go. I don't know. Dort might go somewhere where he might want to. Somebody gonna offer him a lot of money to come one of them Memphis, you know what I'm saying, type of organizations and stuff like that, Or, I mean, if he want to go to a championship team, maybe he want to go to Miami. You can go to Miami too. They definitely need some guards and stuff, because they got their power forward and their center set already. They're going to be looking for someone, but hey, go to Miami and try to get, 2-year deal or something. See what they want to offer you. Maybe the Lakers want to bring back DeAndre Ayton. That's a possibility still. Who it is averaging? Who it is averaging 30? Oh, no, he ain't averaging no 30. Okay, no, that definitely something he did as an age. But yeah, though, Brook Lopez, he's still on the board. I mean, these some cheap guys you probably can get for cheap. Wagner, pretty decent too though. Make him power forward. Hey, it's a lot of free agents on the board, man. They definitely gonna be sought after. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be June 30th. June the 30th. That's when they can that's when they can bid for the free agents. You did. Make sure y'all hitting that like button and subscribe too though, while we going on. Hey, NBA, that's NBA talk. We're gonna go ahead and push on. We're gonna talk about our next topic. Yeah, dog. Alright, is it personal? It looks personal. Cleveland Brown, what are y'all doing over there? Y'all every day. Y'all talking about Shedeur this, Shedeur that. What Shedeur do to y'all? It seems like y'all don't, don't know if y'all watching tape, but now y'all might not be watching the tape. But what's going on? They had him in the trade rumors. They done talked about other guys should be first. They done talked about Ty Simpson. Who else? They didn't talk about every other quarterback except Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? They want to just bring. I don't know, man. It seemed like it's looked personal though. The other day, I was watching the Cleveland show where G. Bush would be on. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up having he popped in. On matter of fact, let me just bring the footage in. Let me just bring the footage. I'll bring the footage up, y'all, so y'all can see it yourself and see what they talking about.
Trade rumors. G. Bush is going to join us for this conversation as well. Is he with us?
G is with us. Yeah, what's up, G? How you doing? First time I think he's ever called in as a guest of UCSS, but he wasn't here on Tuesday when we talked about the first round of Shedeur trade rumors. And we figured if we're going to be talking Shedeur trade rumors involving the Browns quarterback, we got to have our man G. Bush in the building. What up, G?
Hey, man, y'all got to step y'all energy up, bro. Y'all looking real sad, bro. It's a funeral. What's going on today, bro? Your energy is low. Y'all sitting around looking. Okay, so y'all good? Y'all all right, fellas?
We wait for you to help.
Look at the body language of them boys, man.
I'll pick up the energy here.
And there we go. We got the energy back in the building.
Right,
let's ride. What we talking about?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, so earlier this week,
go ahead.
There was reports, rumors, whatever, that the Browns may be listening to trade rumors for Shedeur Sanders. Then yesterday, Jeremy Fowler of ESPN had this to say about the Browns quarterback. Quote, the Shedeur Sanders factor where if he doesn't get the job, Browns about other players, but they're not actively shopping. They're
really quite understand it because, from everything that we keep.
We're going to hear G. Bush take up on it for a little bit, and I'm going to play a little bit, then I'm going to come in and get my thoughts about it.
Keep talking about. Todd Monken has been on record saying that he likes what Shedeur Sanders has done at camp. Andrew Berry's been on record saying that he likes his progression. He even actually went ahead and said he's a naturally a passer when it comes to his accuracy. He's naturally accurate passer.
All good things. That's all you hearing is good things coming from the coach, the offensive coach. Everybody else in the building. Everybody in the building. You ain't heard nothing negative about the boy while he's been there. You know what I'm saying? But some way they just find some way to just try to tear him down.
His quarterback coach just said, "Hey man, listen, he's come miles and it's day and night." People.
And they talking football. They ain't talking about nothing else. He ain't doing nothing else.
People talked about the gap that closed between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders from the first OTAs.
I don't think anyone is saying trade him now. Because first of all, I don't think there's any market for him. I think it's if he loses the job, do you want him as the backup?
Why not want him as the backup? Like, if he don't start, then why just get rid of him though? Like what sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can. I guess they let them see what Deshaun do if they're gonna start Deshaun. Now we have heard rumors that Deshaun supposed to be starting for the first 6 weeks. I don't know what sense that makes neither though. You know what I'm saying? And but even if he did, and if that rumor is true though, I mean, why just kick him out? Or why trade him? If you already said he ain't got a trade value, you know what I'm saying? Why just saying get rid of him? Like I said, and then his Jason Lower here on the screen here, dog. His body language, it tells it all. Like he don't really like talking about Shedeur. I don't think he like talking with G. Bush. I don't know, man. It just seems something personal with him. Maybe he knows something, or maybe he familiar with a person that maybe don't like Shedeur. You know, let's go.
That's what Fowler was saying. That's what Mary Kay was saying.
What would be the problem with him being a backup?
Everything that went on last year. Do you really want to relive that?
What went on last year? Did nothing go on last year, but who that was? Stefanski had him at the had him fourth on the depth chart as a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He didn't pout, he didn't cry, he didn't say, hey, it's me. He didn't say none of that, you know what I'm saying? What did he do last year? what was it the mind thing in the media when he didn't want to talk after he said some stuff, then they took that out of proportion. They just made their own rumors out of it. What are y'all talking about, Lord?
Well, that doesn't really have anything to do with him. That has to do with the noise surrounding him.
But it absolutely has to do with the locker room. It's 100% has to do with the locker room.
Oh, it's 100% has to do with the locker room. That's what he said. It ain't got nothing to do. It got something to do with the locker room. It don't affect the locker room. They always say, "Hey, y'all don't pay attention to what's going on the outside. Whatever's in the inside, that was in the inside. Don't pay attention to the outside." So how do you know, Jason Lord, that it's gonna affect the locker room?
Most people in the locker room, if you go ask his teammates, Tyson Campbell says highly great things about him. Denzel Boston, the young guys love him. I haven't heard one teammate yet come out and say, "Oh, Shedeur was a distraction last year." As a matter of fact, I just keep hearing his teammates continue to say how much of a professional he's been, how much he continues. Shedeur was a distraction last year. As a matter of fact, I just keep hearing his teammates continue to say how much of a professional he's been, how much he continues to just go in and work. And all Todd Bunky says is Shedeur's a worker. He comes in and he works. Now,
what all do they say?
I think one of the things,
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Action on the internet. Yeah, so Shedeur.
And that's the main thing he really was talking about. Really, though. And that's the only thing that he could say. But Shedeur don't control none of that. He ain't in all these, I guess, all the fans that like him inbox saying, "Hey, talk about this today. Talk about that today. Talk about this today. Talk about that today. You hear what they said? Respond to this." The thing is, man, that the kid already had a huge following. So wherever he got drafted to, his fans gonna come and support him, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, including me, I ain't coming there to down the Cleveland media, but when they just talking the same way, the way they talking, like, man, it's crazy, man. It ain't no reason it ain't no excuse to even make up the things that y'all be saying. You're putting his name in trade rumors. You're saying he ain't this. I mean, yeah, you can say that though, but is it by you watching the film? Because you ain't giving no analogy about what he done on the field, other than he had a bad year. That's all you're saying. He had a bad year, but he only played 7 games, so you can't say that's a bad year. That's pretty much half a year. You know what I'm saying? You know, what would have happened if he had got the opportunity to compete for a job instead of just, you know, they were playing quarterback music chairs and stuff back when Stefanski, you know what I'm saying, had the group. So, go ahead, Lloyd.
He's a problem. I don't like that guy.
So Shedeur is going to be the lightning rod off the field. So when you say Shedeur Sanders, it's going to be people on the left, people on the right, and they get contentious in the comment sections. But I think them comment sections ain't got nothing to do with Todd Monken.
A coach or teammate came out and said he's a problem. I don't like that guy. On any player, in the moment.
So now he asking G. Bush what a coach or something came out and just said, "Hey, I got a problem with the player." So whatever he said.
Brandon Ayuk is taking the L right now.
Hey.
And is he on the team? Is he going to be on the team? Is he going to be on the team?
Like, well, listen, he's trying to force his way off there.
I'm just saying, like, people in the moment are going to
force his negativity on everybody, man.
I mean, the whole conversation.
Just say you don't like Shedeur, dog.
All this talk about trades, like, first of all, I don't know that he has any trade value right now.
None of their quarterbacks.
He like to start off like, he ain't got no value though. Any way they can try to down Shedeur or just diminish whatever he created. He ain't got no trade value anyway. Why try to trade? Why put him in the trade talk? Well, y'all ain't say that the last couple of shows when they first heard it. Why you ain't say that then? You know, let's go.
Have trade value. Zach, do any of their quarterbacks have trade value?
No, I think we're talking about two different things.
He might don't have no trade value. He probably don't.
Like, he should be the starting quarterback.
Yes.
No one is just like, I would take him again. I would take him over Deshaun 1,000 times out of 1,000.
And he just said that 1,000,000 times. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's a slap in a backhanded compliment. I take him over Deshaun, man, because you don't like Deshaun for some reason too. It ain't the quarterback play, although y'all will say that what have he done in 2 years or the last 6 years. But I think you got something else against, because the way you talk about Deshaun and Shedeur, you know, if I had to choose one of them, I choose Shedeur. But I don't like Deshaun. They just need to get rid of him. Just getting, you know what I'm saying? Little slick comments and stuff like that, though, man. It seems like it's something personal.
But if they are adamant about starting Deshaun for whatever reason, and I don't know, like that was all the indications we were getting for a really long time, was it was going to be Deshaun's job.
But who said it's gonna be Deshaun's job? Who said that? I think somebody came. Nah, it was Mary Kate. She came out with a report saying that Deshaun was something like that. Number one, he got all the reps or something like that. She put that narrative out there, and then what's the name? Monken came back and had to clear that up. Offensive coach clear that up. They even asked Andrew Berry about his contract, give him the upper hand to start over Shedeur. They had to clear that up. You know what I'm saying? They just be.
I don't know why you keep him. Why do you keep him? They're telling you what they think about him. If they trade Myles Garrett and they start Deshaun over him, then why are you bothering to keep him?
Gee, let me see.
Because he can develop. That's why Cleveland been in the bottom of the barrel for the longest. You don't keep nobody to develop. I mean, unless it's Baker. They keep Baker, but they really didn't like Baker either, though, because they were trashing Baker every chance they get. Also, you know what I'm saying? Why he doing all these commercials? Why he ain't just trying to improve? You know what I'm saying? Cleveland, y'all ain't never had nothing good. And then you want to diminish everything good that come through there. Now, Shedeur, he do got to prove that he going to be something. I ain't saying he going to win every game. You know what I'm saying? I know he's not going to win every game. Deshaun's not going to win every game. But I'm talking about Shedeur. Shedeur ain't going to win every game neither. So, just give the kid a chance. Ain't no need to. Y'all talking like the boy been there 10 years and haven't just shown y'all nothing. You talking about 7 games of last year where he done showed flashes that he can do something. And if Deshaun do decide, I'm like this though. Deshaun got to come out looking like Deshaun in Houston when he had D-Hop. You know, I don't think we're going to see that Deshaun. I think Deshaun's still going to be a good quarterback, but I think he should be the mentor for Shedeur while he in Cleveland. Let's get it.
You agree with, let me see if you agree with this. If Deshaun does win the job, that's at least a partial indictment on Shedeur. However, Shedeur's journey in Cleveland or elsewhere is not over, correct?
Yeah, like if he starts, if Deshaun Watson, I've said it all the time, if Deshaun Watson comes out and cooks, and he's playing well and they start him, Shedeur Sanders will sit behind Deshaun Watson, wait his turn to see if Deshaun Watson, what happens with it. And when he gets his opportunity, he'll go there and play to the best of his ability. I don't think it's any different from what he did last year. He was 4th on the depth chart. You know, we take a look at Kenny Pickett being ahead of him. Joe Flacco was ahead of him. Dylan Gabriel was ahead of him. He played last out of all those guys. And then when he got his opportunity, he had some ups, he had some downs, but he showed some promise. They give him some track record to get to the point to this year where his name can be mentioned as a guy that's going to go compete. So I don't think Shedeur Sanders has shown anything in his character, anything in his rhetoric, anything in his past that says if he's going to be the backup or does not win the job, he's not going to go around and what are you going to do? Flip tables over? I don't think that's it.
Exactly. What do you go?
I don't think anybody's
not just showing
flip tables over. But to me, if they make the absurd decision to start Deshaun Watson, that's telling me all I need to know about what
is it telling you then, boy?
Absolutely.
That's how.
What will it tell you? If they, because I know your thoughts are the same too. You don't think Deshaun is a good quarterback.
They don't think he's in. If you don't start him over Deshaun Watson, you don't think he's any good.
You get the numbers.
What you mean?
It's June 25th.
Hold on. Like I said, if they do decide to start Deshaun, what do it say about Shedeur? You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like you said, supposedly the rumors, he's gonna start 6 games. If he haven't shown you nothing in 6 games, then they bringing in Shedeur. Me personally, I ain't got time to be wasting like this here. Todd Monken came out and he said, hey, I'm starting back from last year. I'm gonna do we're gonna pick up from last year. Deshaun did not play last year, y'all. Yes, we're gonna have the quarterback thing because we want to see if Deshaun that healed up. He already came out and said again, I got 2 starting quarterbacks. He said I got 2 starting quarterbacks. Just by watching them. If they neck and neck, I will go with the young guy the whole time. The young guy in this situation, star power, can feel the box office, come to work. That's all he do is work. He already told the media, hey man, we need y'all now. You know, if we trying to turn the franchise around to a winning organization, we gotta start talking winning. We gotta start on practicing being a winning organization, not just football wise, media wise. Hey, the conversation, you know, the vibes. I can guarantee every time they have a media thing, it just probably feel depressing. Like, oh, here we go. You can feel the stank in the room. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that they don't like you, or however the case may be, they want you to fail. Let's go, Bush.
5th, 2026. Was the Browns quarterback room better a year ago than it is today, or is it in better shape now?
Is the Browns? Is it Browns? Hey. No, I think I like G. Bush on.
Back room better a year ago than it is today, or is it in better shape now?
Oh, it's in way better shape this year. Way better shape. First and foremost,
I thoroughly disagree. Last year you had a proven NFL starter.
You said we had a proven NFL starter in Joe Flacco. What Flacco do it? Then they were talking about how what he was 40, 45, 40. They were talking about his age.
And Joe Flacco.
Last year.
Joe.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so we start with
But now
size.
they want to bump it up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna skip to the next show they had when that was this the next day. That was after that that day there. So G. Bush and I think this Tyus in the building along with Bull. You know, matter of fact, I ain't gotta play that one up. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end this time. But hey, what y'all think, man? Is it personal? It seemed personal out there for the Cleveland media to attack Shedeur every chance they get. It seemed like I mean, you ain't gonna get nothing from them. You're not gonna get, I'm tired of them. You ain't gonna get none of that from them. You just gonna get a whole lot of internet, you know what I'm saying, slander, or people gonna call you out on the internet, you know what I'm saying? So, the narratives, y'all need to stop the narratives, whatever you're doing, you know. Just go ahead and say you don't like the kid for some reason, whatever the reason may be, Jason Lloyd, you and maybe Bua, you know, because I don't believe it's the quarterback play. I mean, if you done watched him in Colorado, you know what I'm saying, or Jackson State, or you just seen him and watch him play, you know the kid a good quarterback, you know what I'm saying? He might not be the fastest or nothing like that, but hey, Shedeur definitely got the traits to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, though. You know what I'm saying? I think this year he might prove it. He gonna prove it to y'all. Well, he ain't gonna prove it to y'all. He gonna prove it to himself. Anything they saying that he done got better at. I mean, that's kudos to that. But I done seen Shedeur, and I know Shedeur better than whatever the quarterbacks that they got, or a few other quarterbacks they got in the league and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that been my time today. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe, Nick Madden TV. I'll be back with some more reaction stuff, reaction videos to the music I like. We're gonna talk more about sports. And hold on, we got some more stuff coming up too though, man. Me and the Game Changer, we got who has the best passing bag in history. We got Jason Kidd, Jason Williams, Steve Nash, Muggsy Bogues, Rajon Rondo. Who got the best passing bag? We're going to have a debate on that, me and the Game Changers. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe too, man, so y'all can get me while I'm live. Appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all get in the comments too, though. That's another thing I'm missing. We need to get in the comments and let's have a chat. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you're thinking, though. But Melo, he is the Timberwolves, the new pack. I think they're gonna be fast. They're gonna struggle on defense though, but I think they're gonna be pushing the pace with Ant-Man and him, you know. Shedeur, don't take it personal. I know you're not though, but hey, Shedeur, go on do your thing, dog. We waiting on y'all this year, you know. Hope he do well. I hope he be in the top 5 category this upcoming season. So, hey, anything else, this Nick Man TV, make sure y'all come back, like, subscribe, tell somebody. Shout out to the Game Changer podcast too, man. Socrates statement. But hey, I'm out of here, man. Peace.